Hi, my dear students, children, parents, and my dear friends. Welcome back to your channel. Hey, Kalpana ma'am. And in this video, we are going to cover the fourth and fifth type of pronouns. What are pronouns? They are the word. What is a pronoun? It is a word used in place of a noun, right? So we are seeing types of pronoun. We know what is the purpose of using a pronoun. The purpose of using a pronoun is to avoid the repetition of the noun. Got it? So that's the reason we use the pronoun. Okay, now coming to the types, first we did the first type, that is personal pronoun. Second and third we did in the same video, that was reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. And now fourth and fifth we are doing it together. The reason why we are doing it together, because they are very closely related to each other. If you do it separately, you'll get confused, because both do the same job. There's a slight difference. That slight difference is the one that you're supposed to understand. What's the slight difference, right? When you frame question, there are some words that you use to frame questions, right? Isn't it? So the same words are used in both, right? So you need to know how different is relative pronoun from interrogative pronoun. Here, interrogative means to ask question, right? And relative means it shows the relationship. It shows the it actually relates you about the noun in a sentence by giving information, not by framing a question. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. And in the 5 minutes video, we'll try to cover both. Okay, so your time starts now, right? So don't go by the two pictures, just have a gist of it. This picture, I can see dots and then these 4 question mark symbol. That's what they look like. Here, no dots, only question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, so each one of them are titled as to be relative pronoun as well as interrogative pronoun. Okay, so let's see one by one. Okay, so for your better understanding, the first one goes like this. Okay, so the relative, this is a relative pronoun. These all are dots. Dots are nothing but full stops that we use as a punctuation mark. This is the symbol of a full stop, right? This, yes, I know, by now you would have already guessed that this is a question mark. No, children. Here in this picture, in this relative pronoun, these question mark, though they look like question mark, but here they don't mean the same. They mean as WH words. WH words, WH words, these are WH words. Okay, so let's see what are WH words. Where do they come from? They come from the WH family. Let's go and meet the family. See, these are the WH words. Who, whom, whose, what, which, as well as when, why, where and how. These are the words from the WH family which help us in framing questions. Okay, so these are the WH family words. Out of which the 4 of these we are going to further read in as interrogative adverbs. Okay, but now that we'll do later. Yeah. Okay, when we'll learn about adverbs, at that time we'll have a look, which will talk about the place, time, manner and frequency. Okay, but as of now we're going to do the pronouns. Okay, dear. So these are the words from the WH family, dear. Okay. Now the first one which we're going to cover is, that is the fourth pronoun, that is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun is the WH word used to relate a noun or pronoun by giving information in a sentence is called a relative pronoun. Got it, dear? What is that? It's the WH word. Now you already know what are the WH words. Just now we saw, right? Okay. So those WH words which are used in a sentence to give information are called relative pronoun. They show the relationship of the noun or a pronoun. Okay, now next. And they always end up with a full stop because they're giving information. See, when you get an information is what? That's nothing but it's an answer to your question, right? When you get an answer to a question, so obviously the answer will end up with a full stop. Okay. So that's why here, see, the full stop will be at the end of a sentence. We already know that. And since it's going to give us information, so that's an answer, right? Okay. And the WH word will be in the middle of a sentence. In the middle of the sentence. That's what will actually frame the sentence as a sentence from a question here. Okay? Rather than a question. Let's see. See, what? What is a word? We know. We can ask what's your name, right? But when you say what's your name, the word what comes in at the beginning. But now see, what did I say? The WH word used to give information of a noun or a pronoun in a sentence is called a relative pronoun. It relates the noun by giving the information. See, what? That's what I meant. That means it's trying to relate. That's what I meant. So, it's ending with a full stop. Who? He is the one who asked me this. He is the one who asked me for the lift. Next. Again, that's not a question. You're trying to relate. Answer. Okay. So it'll end up with a full stop. Next, which. That is the one which I meant. That's the one which I meant. That when someone is pointing out and asking which. And then you'll say, no, not that one. That's the one which I meant. So you clarify, you try to relate. Got it here? Why? That is why I had to be absent on last Monday. That's the reason I was. That's what you're trying to relate. Right? Okay. Why were you absent on Monday? So you give the reason and you say, that is why I was absent on Monday. Right? Where? This is the place where I dropped him. Where? This is the place where I dropped him. When? That's when he arrived. That's when he arrived. When the when the hour hand touched 12 and the minute hand touched 1, that's when he arrived. So you're trying to relate to the question. You're trying to give the answer. Okay, whom? He is the one whom I gave the parcel. Whom did you hand over the parcel? He is the one whom I gave the parcel to. Okay, whose? It was his horse whose right leg was injured. Whose horse is this? It was his horse whose right leg was injured. Make sense, children? Okay, so answer. Okay, that. Yes, that car belongs to me. Yes, that car belongs to me. See, children, when it comes to relative, that will come. But when it comes to interrogative, all these will follow. But not that. That will not come. Okay, dear? Now, next. Now, this is what is the next pronoun. That is the question mark. You'll find only the rain. Can you see the rain of question marks? Right? Isn't it? So, it's asked interrogative. Interrogative means to interact to each other, to interact to one another by asking questions. If you want to know someone, how you know? By asking questions. If you sit zipped up, you won't be able to know about anything and anybody. When someone exposes him or her, that is when you get to know. Right? Isn't it? So, interrogative means to ask questions. Same WH words will be used, but they will begin from the beginning. And here it will not give you information, it will not give you the answer. It will help you to ask a question, to frame a question. When a question is being framed, obviously that must end with a with a question mark. Sorry, dear. Okay, let's see. Let's see a few questions here. Who told you? Who told you? Who, again question. Whom did you tell? What's happening? What happened? What do you want? Which way did you go? Which car did you take? Whose bike did you ride? When did you arrive? Got it? So all these things are like they're framing questions, so it'll end up with a question mark here. Okay, next. So always remember the definition here. When it comes to relative pronoun, WH words, they relate the pronoun or noun by giving information in a sentence. Whereas when it comes to interrogative pronoun, the WH words are used to ask or frame questions in a sentence. They do not give you information. Got it? So obviously when you get the answer, it will be a full stop. When you frame a question, it will end up with a question mark. So that's what it's being said. See? They ask information. They do not give information. They ask information. Okay, dear? Now, next. See. What is the difference? All the words are there, but only one is missing. That's what? That is? Which one? Which one is missing? That. T-H-A-T, that. Got it, dear? So, just now, we have seen the interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun will help you in framing a question, right? Whereas relative pronoun will help you in giving information in a sentence about the noun or a pronoun. So, let's actually see the difference. What is the difference? First, we saw what are these, and then we saw this. Now, let's try to have a quick recap. Huh? Okay, the difference, actual difference. See, first point talks about the list of words that will follow. That, which, who, all these things will come. But when it comes to interrogative, that will not be followed. See, you won't feel that. You won't find that here. See, here that is there. No, that. Rest all, which, who, whom, where, whom, where, whose, what, whose, what. Okay, dear? And then why, when. So all the words are there except that. Got it? Got it, dear? So that is not used in this. Okay? Interrogative. Now the WH words will give information where in relative pronoun. Whereas the WH word will ask you a question. It will ask you the information. Okay? The third difference is the sentence will end up with a full stop always. But whereas when it comes to interrogative pronouns, the sentence will end up with a question mark. Okay, dear? So now you know all the difference. Now this picture will not be. It will not be a like. What's this? It won't take you to a dilemma. Saying that, oh my God, what's this? What's this? Now you know. By now you know. What do these question marks symbol here mean? They mean the WH words. Whereas when it comes to this question mark, that means, see, they end up with a question mark. These, they end up with a full stop. They end up with a full stop. Okay? I hope by now you would have understood, children. Let me just give you a quick recap saying that relative pronoun, what they do, they help, those are the WH words which give you the information about a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. But in interrogative, the WH words will ask you the information about a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Got it, dear? So when question is being asked, it will end up with a full stop. When you get the answer, satisfactory answer, then the sentence will end up with a dot. I hope it's time to give a dot, full stop to our presentation. I hope by now you would have understood. So next time I'll come up with the 6th and 7th pronoun. Okay, dear? So have a great day, children. Bye-bye.